You've been eating turmeric wrong your entire life, and it's killing you faster than you think. While pharmaceutical companies want you dependent on pills and modern medicine keeps you coming back for more treatments, ancient monks have been using this golden root to live well beyond 100 years with bodies that remain strong, minds that stay sharp, and spirits that never dim. I am Monk Shiyan Ling, nearly 80 years old, and I move like a man half my age, think clearer than most young people, and have never spent a single day in a hospital bed. My younger brother, who laughed at my simple ways and chose the Western diet of processed foods and convenience, died at 62 from heart disease. My sister, only 74, can barely walk without assistance and takes 17 different medications just to function each day. The difference between us isn't genetics. We share the same blood. The difference is turmeric, and more importantly, how I consume it the way monks have for thousands of years. The modern world has turned turmeric into capsules, pills, and synthetic supplements that your body barely recognizes, let alone absorbs. You're consuming dead, isolated compounds that have been stripped of their life force, separated from the whole plant that Mother Earth created in perfect harmony. This is exactly what the food industry wants. To take something powerful, process it until it's barely effective, and sell it back to you at premium prices while keeping you sick enough to need more products. But in the monastery, we don't eat turmeric supplements. We consume the whole root, fresh and alive, prepared in ways that maximize its power and allow our bodies to absorb every bit of its healing properties. This isn't just about adding turmeric to your diet. This is about understanding that the way you consume this sacred root determines whether it becomes medicine or merely expensive waste in your digestive system. The scientific community has finally caught up to what we monks have known for millennia. Curcumin, the primary active compound in turmeric, has been proven in over 13,000 peer-reviewed scientific studies to be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory substances on Earth. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of nearly every disease that plagues modern society: cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, arthritis, and accelerated aging itself. When you walk through any hospital, you're seeing the consequences of inflamed bodies that have been fed inflammatory foods for decades. Turmeric doesn't just reduce inflammation, it targets it at the molecular level, switching off the genetic expressions that trigger inflammatory responses throughout your body. But here's what those studies don't tell you. The curcumin in turmeric is poorly absorbed by the human body when consumed incorrectly, which is why most people see no results from their expensive turmeric supplements. In the monastery, we have learned through centuries of practice that turmeric must be consumed with black pepper and healthy fats to unlock its true potential. The piperine in black pepper increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%, not 20%, not 200%, but 2,000%. This is not speculation. This is proven science that validates our ancient practices. Every morning for the past 60 years, I have consumed fresh turmeric root, grated and mixed with freshly ground black pepper and cold-pressed coconut oil, stirred into warm water that has been blessed and heated to exactly the right temperature, never boiling, which destroys the living enzymes. This simple preparation, taking less than 5 minutes, delivers more healing power than any pharmaceutical drug designed to fight inflammation, and it costs less than what most people spend on a single cup of coffee. The antioxidant capacity of properly prepared turmeric is so profound that it has been shown to be more effective than many conventional medications at protecting your brain from degenerative diseases. I watch people in their 60s and 70s forgetting their children's names, unable to recall yesterday's events, their minds deteriorating while their families suffer watching them fade away. This tragedy is not inevitable, it is preventable. Turmeric has been scientifically proven to cross the blood-brain barrier and clear the amyloid plaques that cause Alzheimer's disease. It stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is essentially fertilizer for your brain cells, helping them grow new connections and repair damaged ones. At nearly 80 years old, I can recite texts I memorized 70 years ago. I learn new concepts with ease, and my meditation practice has only deepened with time because my brain remains nourished and protected by the foods Mother Earth provided. But turmeric is not a magic bullet you swallow once and expect miracles. This is where modern thinking has poisoned your mind. You've been conditioned to believe in quick fixes, instant results, and shortcuts to health. In the monastery, we understand that healing and longevity come from consistent daily practices aligned with natural law. I have consumed my turmeric preparation every single morning for 6 decades, not because I woke up sick one day and needed medicine, but because I honor my body as a temple that deserves only the purest offerings. This consistency, this unwavering commitment to nourishing yourself with whole foods in their most bioavailable forms is what separates those who live long, vibrant lives from those who suffer through decades of preventable disease. The cardiovascular benefits of turmeric are so well documented that it should be prescribed before statins. Yet it never will be because pharmaceutical companies cannot patent a root that grows freely from the earth. Turmeric improves the function of the endothelium, which is the lining of your blood vessels, and endothelial dysfunction is a major driver of heart disease. It reduces oxidation and inflammation, the two primary causes of cardiovascular problems that kill more people than any other condition in the modern world. My blood pressure at 79 years old is the same as it was when I was 30. My arteries are clear and flexible. My heart beats strong and steady. Meanwhile, I watch people half my age taking multiple medications for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and irregular heartbeats, never addressing the root cause of their suffering, the inflammatory processed foods they consume every single day while their bodies scream for real nutrition. Cancer, the disease that terrifies the Western world and generates billions of dollars in treatment revenues, has been shown in hundreds of studies to be significantly impacted by curcumin consumption. Turmeric affects cancer growth, development, and spread at the molecular level, and studies have shown it can contribute to the death of cancerous cells and reduce angiogenesis, which is the growth of new blood vessels in tumors. In our monastery, cancer is extraordinarily rare, and when it does appear, it is often in those who came to us later in life after decades of eating the standard modern diet. I have buried many friends and family members who did not live as I do, and I have watched cancer consume them because they refused to believe that something as simple as how they ate could be more powerful than radiation and chemotherapy. I am not telling you to refuse medical treatment, but I am telling you that prevention through proper nutrition is infinitely more effective than trying to cure diseases that should never have developed in the first place. The anti-aging properties of turmeric go far beyond preventing disease. They actively slow down the biological aging process at the cellular level. Turmeric activates proteins and genes that protect cells from aging and extends the lifespan of cellular components. It protects telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes that shorten as you age, and when they become too short, cells can no longer divide and they die. This is biological aging, and turmeric has been shown to slow this process significantly. Look at my skin. At nearly 80 years old, I have fewer wrinkles than most 50-year-olds who have spent their lives eating processed foods and synthetic chemicals. My joints move freely without pain. My digestion is perfect. My energy levels remain consistent throughout the day. This is not exceptional genetics. This is the result of feeding my body exactly what it was designed to consume. The way monks prepare and consume turmeric is equally important as the turmeric itself. We never consume it in isolation, as a supplement extracted from its natural form. We eat the whole root, either fresh or dried and ground by hand, always combined with complementary foods that enhance its absorption and effectiveness. We combine it with ginger, another powerful anti-inflammatory root that works synergistically with turmeric. We add it to soups made from bone broths, which provides the healthy fats necessary for absorption. We mix it with fermented foods that heal the gut and improve nutrient absorption throughout the digestive system. We consume it mindfully with gratitude, recognizing that this is not just food, but medicine that Mother Earth has provided for our healing and longevity. The gut-healing properties of turmeric cannot be overstated, and this is where modern medicine completely misses the connection between digestive health and overall well-being. Your gut is not just a tube that processes food. It is the foundation of your immune system, the source of neurotransmitter production, and the gateway through which nutrients enter your bloodstream. When your gut is inflamed and damaged from processed foods, chemical additives, and pharmaceutical drugs, you cannot absorb nutrients properly, no matter how healthy you try to eat. Turmeric heals the gut lining, reduces intestinal inflammation, supports the growth of beneficial bacteria, and has been shown to be highly effective for conditions like inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis, and Crohn's disease. I have perfect digestion because I have spent my entire life feeding my gut-healing foods, rather than destroying it with the inflammatory garbage that passes for food in modern society. What you must understand is that turmeric, while extraordinarily powerful, is not meant to be consumed alone as some kind of superfood savior. This is the mistake of Western thinking. Isolating single nutrients and compounds, trying to find the one magic ingredient that will solve everything. In monastic tradition, we eat a variety of whole, natural foods that work together synergistically. Turmeric is consumed alongside garlic, which protects cardiovascular health and fights infection. We eat generous amounts of leafy greens that provide minerals and chlorophyll. We consume fermented vegetables that populate our guts with beneficial bacteria. We eat medicinal mushrooms that boost immune function. We drink herbal teas that support every organ system. This is how Mother Earth intended food to be consumed, as a complete system of nutrition where every component enhances the others, creating an effect far greater than any single ingredient could achieve alone. The joints of people my age are typically deteriorated, painful, and barely functional, requiring surgeries and powerful anti-inflammatory drugs just to move without agony. Arthritis is considered a normal part of aging in the Western world, an inevitable consequence of getting older. This is a complete lie. Arthritis is the consequence of decades of inflammatory eating and living, and it is entirely preventable. The anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of turmeric have been proven in multiple studies to be as effective as pharmaceutical drugs for treating arthritis without any of the dangerous side effects. I move with complete freedom and flexibility because my joints have been protected and nourished for 8 decades by foods that reduce inflammation rather than cause it. I practice martial arts daily, I work in the monastery gardens, and I can sit in meditation for hours without discomfort, not because I'm special, but because I've never poisoned my body with the inflammatory foods that destroy joint health. The depression and anxiety that plague modern society, affecting more people every year, despite increased medication use, are directly connected to inflammation in the brain and gut. Turmeric has been shown in clinical trials to be as effective as Prozac for treating major depressive disorder, working through multiple pathways, including increasing brain-derived neurotrophic factor and balancing neurotransmitter levels. Mental health is not separate from physical health. They are intimately connected through the foods you eat and the inflammation levels in your body. In the monastery, depression is rare because we nourish our bodies and minds with foods that support optimal brain function. We don't need antidepressants because we don't eat the inflammatory foods that cause the brain inflammation that leads to depression in the first place. My relatives who chose the modern path of convenience foods, restaurant meals, and processed snacks have paid the ultimate price. They believed the advertisements that told them food could be improved upon by scientists in laboratories. They trusted that if something was sold in stores, it must be safe to eat. They sacrificed their health for convenience, and now they are gone or suffering through their final years in pain and confusion. I tried to teach them, but they thought my ways were old-fashioned and outdated. They believed modern medicine would save them when they got sick, never understanding that preventing disease through proper eating is infinitely easier than trying to cure it after decades of damage. I am not angry with them. I am heartbroken that they never understood the simple truth that the foods Mother Earth provides are superior to anything humans can create in factories. The liver, your body's primary detoxification organ, is under constant assault from environmental toxins, processed foods, alcohol, and medications. A damaged liver cannot effectively remove toxins from your body, leading to systemic inflammation and accelerated aging. Turmeric is one of the most powerful liver protective substances known to science, protecting liver cells from damage, supporting the regeneration of healthy liver tissue, and enhancing the liver's natural detoxification processes. I have consumed alcohol perhaps 3 times in my entire life, but even those who have spent decades drinking or taking medications can heal their livers with proper nutrition, and turmeric is absolutely essential for that healing process. Your liver has an extraordinary capacity to regenerate and heal if you give it the right tools, and turmeric is one of the most powerful tools Mother Earth has provided. If you're ready to stop being a victim of the processed food industry, if you're tired of feeling sick and tired, if you want to age like a monk instead of deteriorating like everyone around you, then I invite you to click the link in the description below. I have created a comprehensive guide that reveals exactly how I prepare and consume turmeric and dozens of other superfoods that have kept me healthy and strong for nearly 80 years. This isn't a cookbook filled with complicated recipes you'll never make. This is a simple, practical guide based on ancient monastic wisdom and validated by modern science, showing you exactly what to eat, how to prepare it, and when to consume it for maximum benefit. The guide includes my daily eating schedule, my specific preparation methods for turmeric and other healing roots, the exact combinations that maximize absorption and effectiveness, and the practices I've used for 8 decades to maintain perfect health while everyone around me has succumbed to preventable diseases. This guide represents knowledge that has been refined over thousands of years by monks who lived extraordinarily long lives with remarkable health. It's not based on the latest dietary trends or scientific fads that will be contradicted next year. This is timeless wisdom about how human beings are meant to eat, confirmed by my own 80 years of perfect health and validated by thousands of scientific studies. You can continue doing what you've been doing, following the same path as everyone else, eating the foods that are convenient and advertised and socially acceptable, and you will get the same results as everyone else: declining health, increasing medications, and years of suffering at the end of a shortened life. Or you can choose a different path, the path that monks have walked for millennia, and discover what your body is truly capable of when you feed it the whole natural foods that Mother Earth created specifically for human health and longevity. The choice is yours, but understand that choosing to do nothing is still a choice, and it's a choice that will have consequences for the rest of your life. Every day you continue eating processed inflammatory foods is another day of damage that will eventually require healing. Every meal of fast food and convenient snacks is an investment in future disease. But every day you choose to eat like a monk, preparing simple whole foods with intention and gratitude is an investment in a longer, healthier, more vibrant life. Click the link in the description and get my complete guide to eating for longevity. Stop eating to satisfy cravings and start eating to extend your life. Stop being a customer of the pharmaceutical industry and start being a student of Mother Earth's wisdom. The path to longevity isn't complicated, expensive, or difficult. It's simple, affordable, and available to anyone willing to reject modern food propaganda and return to the foods humans have thrived on for thousands of years.